Hello students, welcome you all on our e-learning platform. Today we will conduct lecture for the subject Business Management, BCom, second sem, first year. Okay, in the last lecture we have gone through with the topics like crisis management, then stress management, how to handle the crisis, how to manage the stress at the workplace. And today we will see the last topic or the last point of the syllabus, that is international management. Now, what is the meaning of international management? See, being a citizen of India, as you stay in India, if an American who is a citizen of America, who stays in America. So these different individuals, they are aware about the business conditions of their own countries. Okay, being an Indian, I know the weather conditions, I know the psychological mentality of the employees, I know the market situation, the market conditions of my country. Likewise, an American who is staying in America, he is aware about the about his own country's situations or his own country's prevailing conditions. Now, if America and India wants to come into contract with the business, so that is called knowing the managing style of both the countries. See, we are looking here, or we are, what to say, going through here for the topic international, not a business, but international management. Now, how to manage the business? What should be the lookout of the entrepreneur or the employees who are working? Means, being an Indian, if I go to America, then what will be the work culture? What will be the working situation or working condition in the companies who are who are the means the companies who are existing in America. Okay. Now, okay, I have educational degree. Now I am selected as an employee in the American company. But next what? Because I belong to another country. Okay, and there now I need to go and work and survive. That is different. So, how to manage or how to cope up the styles of two different countries? That that particular point we will see here. So, in an ever-changing global business and economic environment, studying business from an international perspective is vital for graduates who are ambitious to work across international boundaries and culture. This is what exactly is international management. Being a part of my country. Now I need to switch on or I will working in another country. Now what will be the working conditions? What is the geographical conditions? What are the different styles? How an individual of that particular country will behave with me? What are his social responsibilities? Whether I will be capable of handling or I am able to work in that country, that is what is international management. Now, working across countries is a necessity for most firms today. Hence, there is a growing need for business and management graduates with an international perspective who are capable of operating effectively in a globalized world. So, you should prepare yourself. Okay, right from the beginning of your education, you should try to develop your personality so that you can survive in any part of the world. That should be your attitude. Okay, if you're grown perfectly, if your personality is perfect, not in the appearance sense, but if you can manage different people, if you can relate different people very nicely, if you can be friendly with the others, with your colleagues, then you are a very perfect person in from society's point of view. Now, if you do not have those qualities, if you are not sufficient, or if you are not capable to handle the situations at the different country workplace, it means there is a lot of things which need to be, what do you say, improved, or which requires improvements, right? So This concerns not only senior managers but employees at all levels that have to interact with international customers and suppliers, partners, or international colleagues. Correct? So, definition. Now, international management is the management of business operations in an organization serving markets and operating in more than one country. It requires knowledge and skills beyond normal business expectations, such as familiarity with local market, competitive conditions, the legal and financial environment, the capability to do multi-currency transactions and managing across the borders. Means to work in another management, to work in different countries management, what you should be able to do, the capability to multi-currency transactions, managing across the borders, legal and financial environments, local markets and competitive conditions. Okay, you must have the knowledge of your own country's situation. At the same time, after taking the knowledge from our own country, you should be perfectly capable to utilize your knowledge to that particular country's situation. Right? This is what is the international management. Now, objectives. Picking up the point on strategic objectives, there might be a number of objectives for having an international strategy. Those are global markets are vast and some are developing very fast. For example, in the BRICS countries. Now, this BRICS stands for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries. Okay. Now, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries, they are doing international business. Okay, BRICS. Okay, every year they are meeting together. These countries, particular persons or the responsible persons, they are meeting together. They are having discussions together once in a year, and there they are discussing the businesses of their own countries and trying to strengthen the relationship, the business relationship between the two countries or between the each country. Means like Brazil with Russia, Russia with India, India with Brazil, India with China and South Africa. Demand is growing while there is a poor demand in West. But in West means in Western countries like Russia, Europe, America, these countries are not part of the BRICS countries. But maybe in today's time there is no need or they may not be requiring such countries to take part in their business relations. But in future it may be possible that they will interact with us and they will start doing the business and economically they will develop each other country. So some products and services have a different appeal as they cross borders. In the Middle East, Africa, and Central Europe, for example, executives will pay good money to hear the British academics speak. Some people will still pay very high prices for British cars, that is Rolls Royce and Bentley these days. Okay, now these are the name of the cars. If you have this brand, okay, Rolls Royce or Bentley, it means you have some standard or you are a very rich person. You are called as a rich person. So how it is possible? Being a part of your own country, being a part of India, you are owning the car. Like earlier, it was there was a craze of Mercedes and other cars, but in today's time, Rolls Royce and Bentley. If you have these cars, okay, then it means you have such standard. You have some different standard. You are apart from others. You are special. So there may be economies of scale. You are aware about economies of scale. Then not being there might be dangerous. If the market transforms into much more global one, then purely domestic operations may be marginalized and become uncompetitive. Correct? So now we will see the importance. International management is a critical area for any serious student of management because of globalization. Okay, the worldwide phenomena whereby the countries of the world are becoming more interconnected and their trade barriers among nations are disappearing. Okay, due to FDIs, for example, foreign direct investment. The other countries. They can come into India, they can start their own business, they can earn their own profit. It is called foreign direct investment. Foreign people, they can directly invest in our country, they can give their financial support to our country because they are paying the taxes to our country. Okay, so our country is generating revenue with the help of the foreign direct investment. So companies world the worldwide phenomena whereby the countries of the world are becoming more interconnected and where the trade barriers among the nations are disappearing. Companies of all kinds are no longer limited to producing and selling their goods and services in domestic markets. In fact, companies are encouraged to explore global markets to stay competitive and are thus likely to have business activity anywhere in the world. So, globalization is being facilitated by several key factors, and companies that want to succeed in this environment must understand the key factors that are making the business world more globally connected. Okay, two countries are coming together, international, multinational. Okay, what is the advantage of it? The other country is introducing their culture, introducing their products, their services they are providing to one country. Being an Indian, we are selling our handicrafts, we are selling our sericulture business to the other countries, and that is how our culture is getting what you say exported or is getting introduced in the other countries. This is how two countries are coming globally connected, they are coming together more closely. Now, lowering trade barriers. The first critical factor is the lowering the trade barriers through trade agreements, government policies through which countries agree to eliminate cross-border barriers to trade and to promote global integration. To understand the importance of trade agreements, it is necessary to note that countries have long used tariffs to protect local industries and companies. Tariffs are taxes that are added to the prices of imported international products. Because these tariffs are usually passed along the consumer in the form of higher prices, imposing tariffs on important goods gives domestic companies a price advantage and protects them from foreign competitors or foreign competition. Now, foreign direct investment refers to deliberate efforts of a country or a company to invest in another country through the form of ownership position in the companies in other country. The internet. Thanks to the pervasiveness of the internet today, any company in the world can sell its product to anywhere in the world. In fact, the development in information technology and the reduction in the cost of technological equipment mean that any multinational can reach anyone in the world. Social media such as Twitter, Facebook, other businesses like Amazon, okay, also provide a means for multinationals to build a relationship with customers worldwide. Correct? So this is the concept of international management. Now, these particular topic or after discussing our unit four different topics, the international management was the last topic or the last part of the syllabus. So here we have finished our syllabus completely. Now it is up to you students to raise your queries, come up with your difficulties, and we will take your doubt clearing sessions. So thank you, and now as per your requirements and as per your need, we will manage or we will take, means I will take your doubt clearing session. Thank you.